Thank you guys for tuning to another episode of Shoot the Ish. And, as of right now, you don't see Money Mitch, my co-host today. He couldn't be able to make it today. But, I realized we didn't do an episode last week. A lot of stuff going on. But as of right now, I realize I cannot do 2 weeks without you guys being able to hear the show. Because one of the main things I pride myself on is definitely being consistent with the material. All right. But one of the things that I always say, I carry conversations on a weekly basis, right? And through conversations, I learn different topics that I'll even match or even talk about during the podcast. And one of the things that I realized is that there was an interesting conversation that I had that came up, and it was about, relationships again, but it was very unique in this way. Are we in relationships now and living with each other based on the concept of love? And when I say that, based on the concept of love, are we just in relationships or living with each other based on necessity? And when I say necessity, what I'm talking about is, are we in relationships based on the children? Are we in relationship based on our finances? Are we in relationship based on not knowing how to be by ourselves and basically being very toxic relationships? And when I thought about that, I was like, damn, that is interesting, because especially it's 2023. And when you really think about it, the cost of living right now is ridiculous. And I think it was a podcast that I did a long time ago where I said the numbers aren't matching. The numbers are not matching, because when you think about it, the cost of living right now is ridiculous. An apartment, let's go right now, like in the tri-state area, right? I live in Jersey right now. So Jersey, you're looking at, for every bedroom that you have, you're almost spending almost $1,200 per bedroom. Especially if you want to live in a nice area. Let's keep that. If you want to live in a nice area. So when it's all said and done, it's like, you live in a nice area, cost of food, everything, price of everything is going up. So 9 times out of 10, when you stay in a situation, because you can't afford to get out of that situation. Like I said, most of the people are staying in these situations on the basis of necessity. And to me, I'm like, damn, I never thought about that, because some of us are blessed not being in that situation. Some of us need that extra help, and I get it. Shit, I get it. But these are the relationships that are happening today. These are truly some of the relationships that are literally happening today. And that's why you see so many people cheat. And that's why you always see, are you really feeling like you're in a situation where you can really trust the person that you with, or she's just ready to dip on you when she finds the next opportunity? And look, it's vice versa, because men do the same damn thing. Men are sitting up like, I'm just trying to find a chick that got a something so I can move up into her spot. Mom trying to kick me out. Because even right now, and I say right now, 30 is the new 19. That's what I believe. That's truly what I believe. 30 is the new 19. But I think, when we're looking at relationships today, are we in relationships based on necessity? And I said to myself, I'm like, let me think about something. Like, is it wrong? How are relationships coping? Especially we're living in a time where everybody's working from home. So you're being around these people especially if you're in that relationship based on necessity, you're up around this person day in, day out. How are relationships maneuvering? How are they coping? How are people coping with each other? And I think that's always something that I think about when I had these conversations. And I'm like, is it really that bad? Are we really doing that bad out here right now? And one of the things that I always tell anybody that watches the show, definitely leave your comments, because to me, it helps me understand like what's really going on out here. Look, I can have my conversations all in all. I can have a one-on-one conversation. I could be able to speak to my friends and be able to communicate and be able to say like, yo, what's your opinion? What's this? What's that? But like I said, I do a podcast, and sometimes your information and the things that you say help actually bring this subject to the front. And sometimes I feel like, what are we actually looking for right now? Are we looking for love, or is love an extinct emotion that literally doesn't even happen anymore? Like, because based on everything that happens, based on everything we see, based on social media, based on the topics, based on everything that you see in reference to social media and things that go on within the social media stratosphere, I think we missed the concept of love. It's all about what you gonna do for me? What's in it for me? I gotta have this. I need this. But nobody ever talks about the emotional aspect of it. Yo, I want this person because that person makes me feel this way. I want that person because I feel like, I can't be without that person. Nah, it's not about that shit no more. It don't look like it. Because when you're looking at everything on social media, you have conversations. It's all about, I got to get the bag by any means necessary. I ain't fucking with no, if you can't bring that. It's like, all right, so it seems like we are in relationships based on necessity. What's in it for me? What is the point? Nobody wants to build anymore, I should say. And then I go to myself, I'm like, damn. Is love an essential thing? Is that an emotion that we want? Is that what we're looking for today? 2023, are we really looking for love? Are we looking for an emotional connection with someone? Is the emotional connection more important? Or is it the finances that's more important? What is it that you can do for me? What is it that you can't? You whack, you this, you that, you this, you this, you that. It's something to make me think. And it's something like I said, I had these conversations. And it makes you wonder, like, yo, are we doomed? Are we really doomed? Are we becoming a society where, fuck emotions? It's about, again, what's in it for me, and are we in it for the necessities? When it comes to parents and having children, are you guys stuck in relationships right now based on the fact it's almost like a prison? You can't get out of it because you need that person. You can't get out of it because I can't handle the children by myself. You can't get out of it because I can't afford to get out of it. So basically, you guys are in relationships where you're not happy. You're arguing. You hate this. You're cheating. Damn. Think about that. You're almost in relationships in where you feel like your fucking relationship is a prison. Your relationship feels like it's like you're walking on eggshells because you don't want to be in it. You're meeting people saying, "Hey, no, it ain't really like that. We got a circumstances, we got a situation. I'm not really in it. It's not really like that." The next thing you know, you dipping on her, you dipping on him. Are we in relationships based on necessity? I look at people and I know certain people and I'm like, if you don't want to be there, get out of it. yo, man, like, I can't afford it. You know how much rent is right now? You know how much that'll cost? And then if I go and get me my own place, then I gotta pay this, and then she gonna hit me on child support. Then on child support, then I'm still gotta pay this on my own. Then I still gotta pay it. Damn. But people out here wanting to get that bag though. Then you got all that situation happening, and then on top of that, then you want to be out here dating. You want to be out here dating. Dating costs. So damn, do you choose to stay in the situation that you're in out of necessity, still be unhappy, and then say to yourself like, yo, what? Like, goddamn, what do I do? Think about all the crazy shit you guys hear on this news. These relationships have been chaotic. I think the last episode we did this episode in reference to mental health. And all this crazy shit you see. Are these relationships based on necessity? Based on the need, where you need that person. And without having that person, you could fall flat on your ass. It's crazy out here. I mean, to me, it is truly crazy out here. You got people realizing, like, especially, like I said, we got so many people working from home now. And now you're up under someone so long. And already your relationship was based out of necessity. But then, now you're stuck under that person, in which you're in a relationship out of necessity. So how does that work? Now you're home, you're disgruntled. You're like, but I need this person. I'm at home with this person. Oh, I need this person. We got kids together. Oh, we stand together for the kids. The kids see you guys are happy. But guess what? The cost of inflation has caused cost of living has changed so many different things. How do you get out of this situation? Shit, I don't know. I mean, to me, I feel like you got to work harder. But damn shit, if you work harder, next thing you know, you can't. Like I said, some people are in relationships based on the children, based on the fact that you can't afford it. But now if you can't afford it, you're working 2 jobs. Who's going to take care of the kids? Then now you're paying daycare. Daycare is already arm and a leg. So are we kind of trapped in our relationships that we're in now? That's something to think about. And I think, like I said, I'm going to have different conversations, but this is a real conversation to me. This is something that I really do think about. And like I said, these are topics that I have. And these are topics that I do want to bring to you guys and be like, what's your viewpoint in reference to this topic? Look, guys, one of the things that I always say halfway through our episodes is just simply like, subscribe, share the page. Definitely, it's a growing page. You know, I definitely like to be able to give you guys content. And sometimes I like for you guys to just see where my mind is at and see if you guys are thinking the same thing. Because sometimes, like I said, so many people have so many different point of views. Like I said, the show, when I first did this show years ago, I had an idea. I had things that I wanted to be able to discuss. Like I tell you guys, most people that know me, they say, preach a cliff. But one of the things I always wanted to do was I had a vision. I had a vision of what it is that I wanted to be able to present to the world. I wanted to have conversations. I didn't want to just talk about the hood shit. I didn't only want to talk about dating. I didn't only want to talk about the pop culture. I wanted to talk about conversations that we have with each other. I wanted to bring conversations that I would have with people that I know that I thought that the audience would love to hear about. But one of the things that I always say, you want to be able to talk and have these conversations because you know other people got to be going through the same thing or be experiencing feeling the same thing. But I know I know for a fact some of you guys are in relationships based on necessity. And it's all right because, look, you got to do what you got to do to survive, and it makes perfect sense. Shit, we've all been in those situations. Look, me, myself, I've been in those situations. And it was based on the children sometimes. You want to do things, you want to try to be the right person, you want to do this. So I was able to relate to this topic. But one of the things I always want you guys to be able to do is that whatever topic I actually talk about, definitely leave a comment, share, like. Look, one of the things that I realized too is like, guys, the only way you can leave a comment, the only way you can leave a like, the only way you can share, you got to subscribe. You got to sign into those YouTube accounts. Subscribe to the page. Subscribe to the channel. Leave a like. It's free. A like is free. A like is free with the work that I do, with the work that I'm trying to, with the material that I'm trying to bring you guys. And like I said, I'm definitely going to do a fellas night. I'm definitely going to do another ladies night. Learned a little bit from the last one. But the reality is I always want to be able to bring the content that I think people will probably understand. And if there's certain topics that, you know, I feel like you guys feel like maybe we should talk about, definitely leave a comment. You guys already have the shoot _DA _ ISHH, shoot the ish, which obviously my Instagram handle is below the description on the page. Definitely leave your comments there. And for you guys all who's been following me on IG, yes, I do photography. That's another thing that I do, which I'm trying to get into that this year, definitely for the summer. But guys, I just wanted to, I think this was an interesting topic for me because, like I said, we're out here trying to survive. Look, at the end of the day, there's a lot of cap going on out here. If you really out here busting your ass to try to keep a roof over your head, trying to make sure all your utilities paid, and you ain't got the government helping you, believe it or not, I understand. And to me, it's hard work. It's time to get this. It's so hard out here. And I don't have a problem saying, yo, it's hard. Shit. Look. Somebody want to move in my place to help. Shit, I'm down with it. But I think instead of realizing that you're being in relationships out of necessity, talk, communicate. And all those who are single out here, right? And this is something that I did want to mention. And for all those who are single, it's cool being single. But after a while, my real question for you is like, how much fucking and sucking and eating you gonna be doing before you realize it's too goddamn late? Before you damn near 36 and you still can't find nobody. Before you in your 40s, you can't find nobody. Because you still believe that you're trying to reach this plateau, but always realize there's things that you reaching for. It's not real. And I don't even want to say, do you deserve that? Because I think everybody in their mind believes that they deserve the best. They deserve the great. But are you prepared to receive what you feel like you deserve? And the things that you want, are you willing to do and give that same thing back? Because there's a lot of people out there want to take. But you ain't got shit to give. But you expect you ain't got to give. Does that make sense? Nah, it doesn't make sense. It truly doesn't make sense. And like I said, this topic was about being in relationships out of necessity. It ain't all peaches and cream out here. You got to stop the capping. You got to stop the capping because when it's all said and done, really? You got it like that? Shit, help me out. Let me know. Give me some tips. Because I'm out here, when it's all said and done, I'm out here trying to understand how to move in this world. This world is not for the weak. And you got to have that work ethic like crazy. You got to have it. But when it's all said and done, guys, think about what you're in. Communicate. Understand that even though we may be in situations where we're doing things out of necessity because you have to, set a plan for yourself. Set a goal for yourself. Set up your exit plan, because it ain't nothing worse than spending 5 years being unhappy and you can't see anything further going down that line, and you may feel like it's no way that you're going to get out of this. But always look at it like this. To be unhappy and to be in something out of necessity literally will eat away at your health. And I don't mean to be kicking this, but like I said, this podcast is not just about the hood stuff. Like I said, we did a podcast in reference to mental health. Oh my God. Likes, I barely could get views. I had one episode, we getting 2.9, we getting 1,000, we getting this. That episode, I struggled to get 100 views. I don't want to talk. I feel like the reality, but you know what? I'll say this, and this is what I'll tell you. I didn't mind that 100 views, because to me, I felt like that episode touched me. Because it's always about, like, yeah, you may not get all the views you want, but if you can get certain people to watch, the retention, to be able to get what was actually said, because that was emotions that came out in that episode to me, and it made me, it enlightened me with certain things. So even with this topic, being in relationships out of necessity. Not being in relationships out of love, but being in relationships out of necessity. It's a sad situation. Because the only thing you're doing is putting your life on pause. Denying yourself of something, of happiness that you can actually have. So, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm a counselor. I'm not going to say I'm a therapist. I just like to be able to bring a topic that, you know, those who continue to watch the show are able to just say, you know what? I didn't think about that. And you know what? I feel them. I am in that situation, or I'm not in that situation, but I got a friend that's in that situation. I've been there. Like I said, I've been there. I've been there. And when you put your life on pause, the worst thing about putting your life on pause is when you want to when your life is right again, you got to make up all that time that you put your life on pause with. So for all those who are in relationships out of necessity, think about your exit plan. Think about how you're going about doing it. Prepare yourself. Think about a strategy. But for all those who are in relationships because of love, I commend you. Because right now it seems like 2023, I don't even know if that exists. When you're looking at the average podcast where everybody's talking about, oh, it seems like it's man versus woman. Females beefing with men beefing with women. Oh, don't mess with this woman. Don't mess with this woman. The best way to find a woman is if you leave out of the country. This and that. I'm like, damn. Do we even love each other anymore? I don't know. But the reality, guys, it's simple. Love yourself first. Understand what works for you. And start to understand what's actually important in life. We're only getting older. Some of you guys are holding on to your youth like that shit gonna be in your life forever. Nah, your ass gonna get old. And yet when you get old, some of y'all kids ain't gonna even mess with y'all. So when it's all said and done, start to understand what's important. Start to understand who got your back. Understand who's there for you. And rock with them. But again, I'd like to thank you guys for tuning into another episode of Shoot the Ish. And like I said, it's not just all about the silly stuff. It's not about the fun stuff. Sometimes it's just about having that conversation. And you know, all of us been in those situations where we just feel like we need to talk to somebody. But again, guys, thank you again for tuning to another episode of Shoot the Ish. Definitely leave a like, subscribe, and definitely leave notes. Leave a comment. Tell us what you think about the shows, and definitely continue to like, subscribe, and enjoy the show. And again, peace out.